What's up, guys? CJ here, and welcome back to another all-new episode of Super Friends, this time number 106. I'm joined, as always, by the usual suspects, Luke.
Hey, guys, what's happening?
Tim.
How's it going, everyone?
And Nick.
Hey, everyone.
Another episode in the saga that is Ben Affleck potentially leaving the role of Batman in the DCEU. As I said, this is long-running. The story first broke in July when I was sitting in line for Hall H on Friday at SDCC. The THR, of course, had the initial report where it's like WB's considering potentially moving on from him in the role. He definitely has had moments where he does not seem incredibly excited, but on the other side, you know, he's had moments where he reassures people, like he did at SDCC. When Matt Reeves was brought on, he's no longer directing, they're not using his script. There have been some rumblings that potentially, you know, he could be out of the role, and now we have an update on that. So when, you know, basically in this promo for Justice League, they're doing the press tour, they're, you know, interviews at the ass. He was asked in an interview with the entertainment outlet Extra TV, basically about how many times he's appeared as Batman, to which he responded kind of with a really heavy sigh. He was like, if you count Suicide Squad, it's 3. And the interviewer kind of was like, it's got to be a 5-time role at least. To which he had a pretty cryptic response, and I quote, "We'll see what the future holds." Definitely not a vote of confidence, I would say. Have you guys seen this interview? Did you guys watch this?
Yeah, it was in the video I did.
It's really funny. They almost cut away from it, like, really quick. It kind of came out of nowhere. They cut to that clip and then cut away with it. You know, it was sandwiched around more puff questions.
Yeah.
But Nick, what do you think about this? What do you? I mean, you watched the clip, you saw his body language. That was like the side.
Dude, why was he like sitting like with his shoulder to like the interviewer? It's so weird.
A little strange, but I mean, what do you?
I think he's out because he's
means?
already fulfilled his 3-picture deal that he signed up for. Like, he's had the 3 appearances. It's always been said that the Batman movie was just like a passion thing. Like, it wasn't actually in his contract, so he didn't have to do it. I honestly. And then there was the report, too, that Matt Reeves wants to do, like, a trilogy, and I don't see him sticking around for that at all. So I think he's pretty much done. And I think that they've been trying to kind of keep that under wraps until Justice League came out and kind of, like, you know, the dust settled.
So you think it's a done deal already? I was going to say, like, is he potentially waiting to see how Justice League does? Maybe it's like he and WB are like, okay, we'll revisit this after we see if Justice League's a smash hit, maybe he stays. But no, you think he's already kind of 1 foot out the door.
Yeah, it just seems like he's kind of like just over it, just doing the whole Batman thing. There's been so much, like, I don't know, he's had so much to deal with too, even the Live by Night thing this year and all that. So
yeah, no, it was just kind of it's been a wild little bit for him. I mean, both on screen and off screen. I mean, it can't be easy to deal with. So I mean, I honestly couldn't blame the guy if he wants to step away. You know, I love him in the role, and I would be really sad to see him go, but I couldn't blame him. Tim, what do you think about this interview, this response? And what, you know, he might...
I kind of feel the same way, where it just kind of seems like he doesn't want to commit that far forward into the DCEU, and I don't think that they'd have an issue replacing him to keep Batman around.
Yeah. Well, that would be the interesting question, because would they recast like Batman's done so many times in the past, or would they try and create a more natural change like with Nightwing?
My guess is they're going to recast, because most people are going to want Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, and plus they could just retcon it with Flashpoint too.
That's true. At this point, they really don't have any setup for it. But Luke, what do you think about these comments and just this whole mess?
I mean, if he wants to leave, he can leave if he wants. I don't...
He's a grown-ass man.
Yeah, he's a grown man.
He can make his own decisions.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I agree with that. No one's saying he's not a grown man. No one's saying he's not making his own decisions.
Yeah, look, I don't know, man. Like, this has just been a thing off and on throughout the summer. Freaking earlier than that. Is he staying? Is he not? Blah, blah, blah. This seems more direct, because I think the whole thing, because, like, yeah, he deflected it, but he also... When they asked him, it's like a 5-picture thing. He's like, I don't know about that. And it just seemed like, I don't know, like he doesn't have to stay. Like the whole contract with him, it was literally just like 3 pictures. And Suicide Squad fulfilled it, I think. Like, wasn't that a thing off of his contract, or was it he was on for 2 Justice League films?
I think Justice League is probably going to... Well, no, yeah. Justice League will fulfill it because Suicide Squad was the second appearance, technically.
Right. I have to find the thing again because I could have sworn that it was either his agent or someone said that Suicide Squad he did on his own or whatever. But I really don't know. It's just a weird thing too because this happened before with like Tim Burton's Batman. Like it was like a loose continuity, but there was still sort of like connections between it, but they like recast in between stuff.
Right.
When they switched hands from Burton to Schumacher, there was sort of still like a somewhat continuity there. It was very loose, but there was still something there, and they just kind of traded hands later on. This is I don't know. I guess it would be fine if they just recast it. I don't think anyone would have a huge problem with it. I think a lot of people would be... The whole Nightwing thing, I don't even think they could do that because we don't even know when Nightwing's supposed to happen in relation to, like, Flashpoint or whatever.
That's true.
So it would definitely have to be, like, a recast, I think.
See, my thought was, like, what if in Flashpoint, like, you don't see Bruce Wayne, like, maybe he's mentioned, and then you have Thomas Wayne... And the first time you see the new Bruce is like the end of the movie when he's bringing him the letter from Thomas. If they try and adapt that,
I mean, they can definitely do that. Yeah,
that'll be the funniest thing. He goes to like deliver the letter. He's like, Bruce, you're 30
Bruce
years
Wayne?
Younger. Like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That seems like the best way to do it if they want to. I'm just kind of wondering if Batman just would not appear until 2020. That seems like the one thing I'm not sure about.
I mean, it seems like you're kind of hedging their bets with movies like getting movies like Aquaman and Shazam, getting the ball rolling on those so that they have, some stuff to fill the gap. Wonder Woman 2, of course, they're already starting on that. So it's like maybe we could have... It almost seems like they're trying to potentially bridge a Batman gap, if he's not going to appear.
I guess that's fair.
But we'll see what happens. It is a really interesting situation. It's something, of course, we've been talking about for a long time. We've been following it for a long time. And who knows? We might know as early as next week.